Hey folks, it's Tom Z with Traction Real Estate Mentors at the Rapid Cash Generator Bootcamp. And stay tuned in this quick video. I want to introduce you to a successful student of mine, Danisha Bird, who has closed a great deal and made a quick $5,000? Yes. Cool. We're going to detail everything about the video, so keep it rolling. Stay tuned. Cool. Danisha, so tell us about the deal that you did. Tell us where you were at, what you were frustrated by, what worked, what didn't, and how you got the deal done and how you profited from it.
Okay, so it was an absentee owner. He received a absentee letter from me. I think I used your marketing.
Yep.
Okay. He called me. He was actually in the area. He was from Florida. He had tenants that lived in the property. I met him there, and I was with the contractor, and he told me he needed about 80 to 120. The actual owner couldn't even walk up the steps. He had to actually stay in the car. His wife walked around with us.
So he was getting pretty old.
Yes.
And knees not working very well.
No, he actually had a cane.
Got it.
So he owed about 190. The contractor told me it was worth, the repairs were about 80. Between 80 to 120, depending on what the rehabber wanted to do with it. So since the owner owed 190, I actually offered him 190, and he accepted it. I shopped it to my buyers, and I told them, it was worth about, 425 fixed up. One of my buyers was like, no, it needs a lot of work. The layout is kind of weird. Other buyers was like, it's just too much work. That needs to be done. Then I found a buyer. I was originally going to make $25,000 from it, and the buyer said he could do 100% financing, and we went to closing, and I took it to the title company and everything, and then his lender told him he had to come to the table, and he didn't have the money, so I couldn't close with that one buyer. So then I had to go back to the seller, and I was like, my lenders, it's not working with them, and he was like, okay, but I need to go down. I'm like, how much could you go down? He was like, about $10,000. I was like, okay, let's see what I can do. So then I shopped it to some other buyers, and I eventually found another buyer. So I had my contract at 180 with my end buyer was at 185.
185. So you wound up making $5 in the end. Salvaging the deal.
Yes.
Renegotiating along the way.
Yes.
How'd you feel when you had to renegotiate with the seller that you already had an agreement with? Was that awkward?
It was awkward. But I could tell he really wanted to sell because I was working with the tenants too, and when I had issues with the tenants, I would call him, and he was like, just tell him this so I could get in.
Yeah.
So he was very motivated.
So it worked out in the end. Tell me about on the buyer front and specifically the assignment contract. I know you used the assignment contract from my Rapid Cash Generator system, and was that, you came under a little bit of fire for that as well. Tell us about that.
Yes. So my end buyer, he didn't want to use the assignment contract, your assignment contract. Mm-hmm. He said he had one and it had the same things. So he sent it over and I saw it, and it was assignable because it didn't say non-assignable, and I was going to end up paying the settlement fees. And I told him, yeah, I would prefer to use my contract. And he used my contract. Yeah,
nice try. So he tried to stick you with the contract where you would have paid a lot more in fees.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. So was there, when you were very insistent then upon using my contract that you have the rights to use, did he object? How much fight did he put up?
He didn't put up that much of a fight because he really wanted the deal too.
So what tends to happen, there's a good lesson in that for everyone, for you too, is people, you think they're going to hem and haw, and you think they're going to say, no, that this is a deal breaker. It's not. When you stand your ground and when you stand firm, you wind up, people will go ahead. He's more interested in getting the deal and getting it done so that he can make money on the deal than trying to stick to his gun. So a lot of times, most people are testing you. They're testing you to see whether or not you'll actually stand firm and stick to your guns. So most of the time, what I've been teaching you guys in negotiation, we're going to spend a lot of time on today here, this is day 2 of the Rapid Cash Generator Bootcamp, is stand your ground and stand firm, because you'd be surprised that's all it takes half the time to get somebody else focused in on what's true issues to them, and it weeds out the issues that aren't good for that. So good, you got to use the right contract. How did it feel making $5 grand?
It felt good because this was actually my second deal, but I was like, I handled it from beginning to end. The last deal, my buyer helped me a lot. So with this one, I pretty much did everything.
Everything on your own. Cool.
Yes.
How much did you make on the first deal?
5,000.
5,000. So you had 10 grand so far in profits from 2 deals. Awesome.
Yes,
You ready to do it again?
I am.
Another 5 at least?
At least 5.
Preferably back up to 2025?
Yes.
Cool. Good work. Congratulations. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you.